Happy Friday. Today's the 16th day of June. The month is half over, a little over half over. And we are not yet halfway to completing my charity run goal, but we'll get to that in a minute. So, happy Friday. This is the 29th episode of season 4 of the Be Your Own Hero show. HERO is an acronym. It means helping everyone reach optimism. In other words, helping others helps you. It is a reciprocal action. I'm your host. I'm sekouwrites. I am a professional creative, which means I do a bunch of different things. And I'm also the creator of what we're now calling the HERO Ministry Movement, which is all these things that I'm doing combined. It is my effort to uplift and inspire people in general and the unhoused community in specific. Join me here Monday through Friday, 8:45 a.m. Central Time, to watch me talk about becoming my own hero in all the different ways, especially my financial hero. Shout out to New Thought Media Network for allowing me this platform to talk about becoming my own hero. And just a quick reminder, I am not a personal trainer nor my financial advisor, so do your own due diligence. Take what I say with a grain of salt. All right, let's get into it. I guess I forgot to say, if this show provides value, please share it. I feel like that goes without saying now. If you like the show, share it, and other people can find out about it. Okay, so Hero Ministry Movement News, Hero Ministry Movement News, Hero Ministry Movement News. Today is day 382 of the Sekou Hero Charity Run. By the way, I almost forgot. Let me do my fireworks because this is a big anniversary month for me. So June 2022 is my personal anniversary, meaning it's my birthday month. It's also the anniversary of the Sekou Hero Charity Run, which did not start off as the Sekou Hero Charity Run, but has become the Sekou Hero Charity Run. And also the anniversary of this show, the Be Your Own Hero show, which I think started off with a different name too. So big anniversary month for me. So fireworks. There we go. All right. So that said, once again, today is day 382. I'm going to share the run report from earlier today and let you take a look at that. Here we go. Adding that in. Oh, now we're adding it in. There we go. All right, so here's today's run report. Stand by. Tech difficulties on the back end. Here we go. Road Charity Run, day 382. I've been running every day, at least a mile a day for now, 382 consecutive days in a row. Yep, this is my anniversary month. Personal anniversary, it's my birthday month. Charity Run anniversary, I started last year, June 1st. And show anniversary. I started my show a year ago, 1 week after I started my charity run. So triple anniversary month for me this year, this June. So whoop, 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 whoop. All right. Is there a run story, run lesson? No, but let me tell you what's going on with this. So my mom put this out. It's a headband. And as you know, if you've been watching these run reports, these headphones I got keep falling out. They're so big and bulky, they keep falling out. So today I used the headband to keep the headphones in. Yeah, it worked okay, but I really just need to get some better headphones. These will be the in-the-house headphones for like phone calls, conference calls, stuff like that. But I need some running headphones. People keep telling me about the induction headphones where it doesn't put anything in your ear. It puts a microphone right here and directs it back towards your ear so you can still hear like traffic noise, horns honking, stuff like that. But I'm wondering how that's going to interact with my glasses. So if anybody knows, let me know. All right. We are activated. We are at 15% of our goal to raise $3,650 this month, my birthday month. Let's go. HeroCharityRun.com. I got a few donations yesterday. Somebody donated $23.65, which is very cool because it's $365, but you added $20 to it. So it's a representation of my anniversary month. Yeah, let's go. I'll see you there. Charity Run. Okay, I think that was Lindsay that did the $23.65, which was very cool. So probably what happened is you're not able to donate only $3.65, but she added the two to it. So that's very cool. I would encourage you to do the same. Make a donation of any amount, but I like the 365 derivatives because this is my anniversary month. Fireworks, right? So any derivative of 365 is greatly appreciated. And in case you missed it, I am raising $3,650, which again is a derivative of 365 because anniversary month. Okay, moving on to something else. I mentioned this in passing earlier, but I wasn't clear about it. I said that a new opportunity had come up. And so this is it. This is an interview. I'm being interviewed today by Yolanda. So Yolanda is the wife of Antoine. Now, if you've been watching the show, you've heard me talk a lot about Antoine. Antoine is a member of Black Men Run and the person who, I want you to see my face, and the person who introduced me to the concept of a run streak. And he's been running 1,400 days almost, very, very high up there, in the 1,300s for sure. And through Antoine, I met his wife, Yolanda, and she's very much like me. She's a professional creative. She's got a bunch of different things going on. And we did something before, and this is the second thing we're doing. She's interviewing me on Clubhouse. I've never been on Clubhouse before. I have an account, but I don't really understand it, so I haven't used it. So this will be my debut on Clubhouse. Now, that said, because I don't understand it, I don't know how to tell you to watch it. What I do know is that there will be a link. There will be a link. Well, I've already posted the link on social media. Yes, that's true, but I'm just trying to think if I can make it easier. I will post the link again on social media in a more clearly defined space. So you can just click on the link and listen. Anyway, the interview is tonight at 7:15 p.m. Central Time. Again, 7 p.m. Central Time. And Yo Fit is interviewing me. And I don't even know what we're going to talk about. I mean, I know what she said we're going to talk about, but I don't know where it's going to go. So it should be very interesting. And I'm very excited to get on this platform, Clubhouse. I've heard so much about it. Essentially, to my understanding, it's kind of like a live podcast. It's audio only, so you're listening to it, but it's happening live. So anyway, check me out tonight at 7:15 p.m. Central Time. There's the flyer. The flyer is already posted on my social media. I will post the link too to make it easy for you to find it. Once again, it's not until tonight at 7:15 p.m. Central Time. Okay, so there's that. And one more really big announcement. I feel like I should space these out, but it's all happening at the same time, so I'm going to give it to you at the same time. I got a phone call yesterday from someone who wants me, how can I even phrase this? I'll say it the way he said it. He wants me to be the brand ambassador for his race, for his 5K race. And I was like, what? So basically, he wants me to do what I do, be a charity runner for his race. Do all the things, bring the Hero Nation, promote the charity, talk about what I'm doing, and use my feet to raise money for his charity and promote his race. And I was like, that's a thing? Like, people do that? Like, of course, how could I say no, right? But if you've been watching the show, you know that not so long ago, I had a very emotional show here where I felt like some of the nonprofits that I was donating to did not want to be affiliated with me. And I felt some kind of way about that. That hit me kind of hard. So to move from that to now people are calling me to say, hey, we like what you do in terms of charity running. Can you come do that for us? I was like, that's a thing? Like, I never even thought about that as being a thing. But apparently it is. So I've said yes. We're trying to figure out the details. And I will be a brand ambassador for someone else's 5K race. And in the process, do what I do, raise money for the charity. And what he does a number of different things with the charity. But the thing that I'm most excited about is that he gives actual scholarships to college students. to Black college students. So very cool. He's giving most of his scholarships to students at Fisk University, but he's also trying to give scholarships to students at TSU and to Vanderbilt. And I'm so happy to be invited to be a part of that. And once again, that's a thing like that happens. Anyway, I'm pretty excited. All right, so that is Hero Ministry Movement News. I will keep you updated on me being a running ambassador. See what happens with that. And also, just a reminder, the interview on Clubhouse is tonight at 7:15 Central Time. Okay, moving on into Morning Zen. And shout out to the people in the chat. Shout out to Nan. Thanks, Nan. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's pretty exciting and surreal, very surreal to think that can be a thing that I do, go and promote other people's races and raise money in the process. It's above me now. It's above me now. I'm here for it. Okay, so Morning Zen. As I mentioned recently, I've started adding financial books to my Morning Zen. Usually I just read inspirational books, positivity, mindset, things like that. But for some reason, reading financial books in the morning has started to feel inspirational to me. It started to have the same feeling tone as reading these books about mindset and abundance. And I think it's because many of the ideas overlap each other. Like the ideas of mindset and wealth and abundance in finance books really applies itself to the same things that it says in books that are specifically about mindset. So that was a little bit confusing. So what I mean is the information is the same, even though it's two different genres. The category of, let's call it self-help, and the category of finance, the information overlaps, which is mind-boggling to me. And it just goes to show you what I've said many times before. All the information at a certain level, all the information repeats itself. It meets here, like it's disparate here, down here. But when it gets up here, it's like all the impactful information repeats itself. Okay, so that said, that long soliloquy given, let me read this. Oh, first of all, let me tell you what the book is. This is, can you see that? Yeah, kind of bear market investing strategies. Bear market investing strategies. I literally downloaded this book this week because we've been talking about the bear market, and I figured let me educate myself. It was simple, easy. I went to Amazon. I typed in bear market. I took a glance at the titles, and just picked this one. That's it. Bear Market Investing Strategies by Freeman Publications. And it's been very helpful. And again, the mindset stuff overlaps the self-help category. All right, so let me read a little something that will, I was about to say shock and amaze you. It might not shock and amaze you though. Anyway, let me read this. All of us carry within us a psychological bias called the herd mentality. Okay, let's pause right there. Once again, I'm reading a finance book about bear markets, and I'm reading to you about psychological bias. You see how all the stuff overlaps? Okay, sidebar done. Here we go. All of us carry within us a psychological bias called the herd mentality. If you see a large number of people turning their heads to the left, you'll turn your head to the left also to see what's going on. This is an automatic reaction that is deeply connected to our survival mechanisms. By the same token, if you see people selling everything in the stock market, you'll want to follow suit. It takes a huge amount of awareness and conviction to go against the tide. However, this is where big money is made. You hear that? Right there in the book. I'm not making that up. It says, however, this is where big money is made. So we're talking about playing the game the way the game is supposed to be played. We're all learning the rules here and learning how to play the game the way the game is played. So obviously we're talking about a bear market here, and we're talking about the herd mentality in terms of panic and fear and everyone selling. And you have to be centered enough, calm enough, mindful enough to fight that impulse, because that is where the big money is made. That is where you can change your financial fortune. Oh, there was another thing I wanted to read, as a matter of fact. Here we go. Bear markets offer smart investors immense opportunities. I'm going to read that again. Bear markets offer smart investors immense opportunities. The key word to recognize here is smart. You got to be smart. You got to be smart. And what have we learned about being smart in the stock market? It doesn't mean study everything and try to figure it all out before you make a move. What it means is figuring out what has worked before and who is doing the work that's already working. Like, as the old adage says, don't reinvent the wheel, especially here in the stock market. The likelihood that you're going to catch up with someone who's been doing this for their career is slim to none. But we all think that we got a hunch, and our hunch is going to win. Yeah, maybe, but it's safer and more prudent to figure out what has worked already, and also figure out who is doing the work already, and you can just ride their coattails. Don't get too smart. Don't get too cute. Ride their coattails. So people like Warren Buffett, people like Cathie Wood, other luminaries, they've been doing this for many years. You're not going to catch up with them. I'm not going to catch up with them intellectually in their field, but I can benefit from them. Matter of fact, quick sidebar. Warren Buffett's company is called Berkshire Hathaway. It is publicly traded. You can buy fractional shares on Cash App and on Robinhood and most platforms that offer fractional shares. That said, the share prices are very expensive, but you can buy fractional shares and keep inching up, and you can benefit from Warren Buffett's knowledge. Here's my point. This morning, during my run, I went on a different route this morning, just randomly, and I passed a for sale sign for a house down the street. The for sale sign said that the house was being listed by Berkshire Hathaway. My man is diversified. He's got a real estate company selling houses all over the country. You can buy into that. Why try to figure it out yourself? Just buy into what he's already doing. All right? Okay. Sidebar done. Well, maybe the sidebar is kind of the point. But I'll circle back to that once we get to abundance. So, dice roll challenge. Let's roll the dice for the final time this week. Dice roll challenge for Friday is 3. Okay. 3. Where are we at? We'll do Friday, $3. So we had 6, 10, 12, 15. So the total is 15 for the week. I'm going to tell you something funny. The total for last week was 19, and I didn't do it. I admit it. I didn't move my money last week. I didn't move the $19. Yeah, I got all in my head about it, and I didn't do it. So this week, I wanted to make sure that I did it, but I wasn't doing it daily. So last night, I moved $18 from my checking over into my investment account. Why 18? Because I added up the numbers for the week up until yesterday. So I added up the numbers through Thursday. And then I figured the maximum I could roll today on Friday was 6. So I just added 6, the maximum. And then I put that over into my investment account. So that came out to $18. So you guys got off easier than I did if you did it daily, because your total for the week is only 15. And I transferred 18. Either way, make the transfer. Get yourself in the habit of setting aside money. It's about the habit. It's not about the dollar amount. It's about the habit. Right? So if you have not already, transfer $15 today out of your checkings into your investment account, whatever that is, whether it's a glass bowl or an actual account. All right. So I think that's it. I think that's it for the preliminary stuff. So let's talk about abundance. This will be a recap of what we talked about this week, as usual, on Fridays. And then story time. Oh, I got to hurry up because I want to tell a story. Okay, so what did we talk about this week? We talked about Planet Crypto and how Planet Crypto is in trouble. Everyone's talking about it. Everyone's been sending articles. And the long and short of it is cryptocurrency is speculative. Personally, you've heard me say this before, I think cryptocurrency has already won because the metaverse is now. And the metaverse, for those of you that don't know, is the next iteration of online. Online is moving towards us wearing goggles and having an immersive experience. That's happening now. Microsoft is all over it. Facebook, which is now Meta, is all over it. So that's happening. And in the metaverse, they use cryptocurrency. That's already happening. There's already $2 trillion in the cryptocurrency market. That's already happened. So personally, I feel like cryptocurrency is here to stay. It has already won. It's just a matter of how it mainstreams. What is that going to look like when it mainstreams so that everyone's familiar with it and everyone's using it? And I don't know how it's going to mainstream. Therefore, the way I've hedged my bet is I closed my positions on stocks that I had in the cryptocurrency market, even ETFs, my own picks for ETFs. And I reallocated that money to Kathy Wood, who has an ETF that covers the cryptocurrency segment. Because Kathy has been doing this work for a long time, and I trust her to make better decisions than I would about the cryptocurrency market. So I still have exposure to cryptocurrency, but in a less dangerous way. That said, I have still not cashed out my naked cryptocurrency, like me buying actually into Bitcoin, Ethereum, and the other altcoins and stable coins. I haven't cashed those out yet, mainly because first, I will admit it, I was hoping they would turn around. So I got to get rid of that belief because that's what gets you in trouble. I've read that over and over again. Don't hold out hope, make a move. So I've got to make a move, first of all. And then second of all, I've been trying to figure out which move to make. And I've got a couple of different options. So I'm holding myself accountable to cash out and move by next week, hopefully by Monday. Maybe I can make something happen over the weekend. But I'll let you know what I decide to do. Okay, so that was cryptocurrency. We also talked about bear markets. We defined what a bear market is. That's when the stock market goes down by 20% from its previous high. So even that to me is comforting. Just knowing exactly what it is, that it's quantifiable, makes it seem less scary and dangerous to me. So it's 20% down. A bear market is not to be confused with a deep bear market, which is just further down the rabbit hole. A deep bear market usually leads to a recession, but not always. A deep bear market is when the market goes down 50 to 60% and stays down for a long period of time. That typically leads to a recession. Now, as you just heard me read from this book, bear markets and also recessions are the best times to build fortunes, or one of the best times to build fortunes. But you've got to hold your head. You got to keep your head together. You can't panic. You can't watch the news and wring your hands. You understand that there's a bear market, or you understand that there's a recession, and then you pivot your energy to figure out how you can best take advantage of it. You didn't cause it, but you also can't fix it. So figure out how you can best take advantage of it. Okay, so that's that. And I also introduced the ABCs this week, kind of randomly. So the ABCs of investing are, number one, well, no, let's just stick with the letters. You get a C for saving the money, whatever the amount is. You get a C for saving the money. You get a B for setting aside the money. Now it's out of circulation. And then you get an A for actually investing it. So make sure you're getting A's. Not only are you saving the money, you're also setting it aside, then you're also investing it. Get your A's, get your straight A's, because that will accumulate over time. And then, I'm sorry, I saw a wasp and I got distracted. All right, so, and then as it pertains to where to put the money, you're going to put the money in vetted places where the work has already been done for you, like the Dow, like the S&P 500, like the NASDAQ, places where other people who have been in this industry for a long time are doing the work. Just those three positions, just those three properties give you 630 stocks to play with. That's plenty of space. You don't need to worry about anything else. These are vetted and safe as can be in the stock market. And as they always say, previous performance is not an indicator of future results, but they have performed time and time and time again. Whenever there's been a recession, they've all taken a hit, but they've all come back stronger than they were before. So ABCs, C is setting it aside. No, I'm sorry. C is saving it. B is setting it aside. A is investing in it into one of these vetted places where you know the money will accumulate. All right. And then also we talked about the stock split bounce, how when there's an announcement of a stock split, there's usually an uptick in the stock price. And when the stock splits, there's usually an uptick. So that means that you can plan ahead to benefit. You can put your money on the table before the stock split. So that when the stock splits and there's that bounce, you can take advantage of it by selling some, not all of your stock. Like you can have some that you keep for long term and sell some to benefit from that bounce. So you could do like use both pedals at the same time, the long-term pedal and the short-term pedal. And that can be an easy way to start trading, because trading has many different levels, many different variations, and this is simply one of them. You've got information that is sound. Typically, an announcement of a stock split and an actual stock split will spike the stock. And you can just look and see if that's true. But if it's true, you can cash out some of your stock to take advantage of that spike. Like it's just using information that's readily available, and that makes it less dangerous. Okay, so that's kind of what we talked about this week. Let me see if I got enough time to tell this story. I'm gonna have to tell it fast. I'll tell it fast. So 2 quick stories. Here I go, trying to add 2 stories. So at I'm just gonna do one. So at mini college yesterday, that's the name of the program where I'm teaching at Fisk. Mini college yesterday, I had all the kids. I have 3 classes back to back. And I was sitting there shell-shocked after one of the classes. And Professor Finchers came in and asked me how I was doing. I was like, I don't know how I'm doing with these kids, because they're so busy and rambunctious, right? And a couple interesting things happened. I watched her teach my class. Like I let her take over so I could see how it's done. And that was very helpful, because what it made me realize is I wasn't being a kid. I was teaching them as if they were college students. I wasn't coming down to their level. Professor Finchers immediately got down to their level and started acting stuff out and using her voice and holding their attention. And she became a kid. And I was like, oh, okay. So I did that by myself for my 3rd class, and it was so much better. It was so much better, and it was so much more relatable. And what was interesting on top of that is they started saying things to me. Let me rephrase that. I didn't feel like I was reaching them in my previous classes, but after I started becoming childlike in my 3rd class, they started opening up to me about things that had happened before. Like one of them was like, she came up to me and she said, "Hey, I saw your play being advertised on campus." I was like, what? Like, how do you even know the name of my play? I felt like that was one of those things that just kind of went over their heads. Not only did she retain the name of my play, she saw it somewhere else on campus and was able to report back to me that she had. And then another student was like, "Hey, when are we gonna go back to learning your play?" Because one of the days I tried to teach them one of the poems from my play, and I didn't think it stuck. But she was like, I thought we were gonna learn your thing. So anyway, the bridge to them opening up for me was becoming childlike. And if Professor Finchers hadn't come in and shown me what that looks like, I probably would have kept on teaching them like they were college kids and wondering why there was a disconnect. So that was just a quick little story about pivoting, about paying attention, and about being open to the lessons wherever they come from. Okay, so I'm already cutting into prayer time. So I will save my other story for later. Check out Prayer Time if you can. Check out Sit with Reverend Melissa if you can. We're still talking about PACE. We're still talking about PACE, and I made up my own acronym. So we'll see you at 10:30 Eastern Time for Sit with Reverend Melissa. I said Eastern Time because she's on the East Coast. Until then, keep doing. Be your own financial hero. And remember that now is better than perfect in everything, but especially in terms of investing. And I will see you. Oh, happy Juneteenth. And I will see you Monday. Later.